How can a player at the age of 19 play like this? It's not just that you say like he has talent or potential. He's so developed for his age.
We're back in the Bundesliga, this back from its winter break. You've got Frankfurt and Union Berlin who have been amazing this season. What's your first thoughts on the Bundesliga restart so far, Valentina? Who are you looking forward to watching the rest of the season?
My first thought actually after this very first weekend was some teams are still sleeping and some teams are awake. When you have a look at the results, 41 goals in total, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't think this will go on like this because I just think some teams had an issue with the restart and some were just like on point, you know. Bayern Munich and Leipzig did very well. I think it was okay. I think Leipzig is a very strong team and I really think they can be dangerous for Bayern Munich. Also, Eintracht Frankfurt is a team to watch because they have done an amazing work during the last years and they have represented German football last year in European football very well.
They previously won the Europa League as well.
Yeah.
I think 2019 they won it.
This is a team really that has done serious work and is a team definitely to watch for the next years.
Unfortunately for you, Christopher Nkunku, who I love to watch in the Europa League and the Champions League, is moving to Chelsea. And I'm a Man United fan.
It's the same thing. We talked to Max Eberl last week.
Yes.
The new general manager of Leipzig.
Yep.
And we asked him about Nkunku and he said it's a done thing. It's sure. But yeah, you can be happy to get him in Premier League. And
I wanted him in the Bundesliga. It's what makes it so great because you have the different competitions that you see as well, your different quality of opponents. And Nkunku, for me, is one of the top 5 stars in the Bundesliga. In my opinion, he's such a joy to watch as a fantastic player. He's rather assisting or scoring, and it just makes it so much easier to watch someone like him week in, week out.
He's a remarkable player with a bright future. He has cost only 13 million back then in 2019, I think it was.
Yeah.
How he has developed is just amazing. We at Sportbild, where I work now, have awarded him last year for the newcomer of the year. Yes. Because at the beginning, maybe he had some issues like, to adapt in Germany, but then he has developed so well. And I think he really has a bright future. Definitely. But the player I love most at the moment, and I think we're going to see him in Premier League as well next season, is Jude Bellingham.
Oh, no. Not Jude Bellingham.
I really love this player because it's so incredible. He's only 19 years old, but when you see him watching, he's so confident and he just can read the game so well. I was watching Borussia Dortmund and I saw Jude Bellingham, and I don't know if it's only because of the shoes, because he's wearing the Adidas Predator in black and red, but he kind of reminds me of Zinedine Zidane.
And that's why I want him to go to Real Madrid. Not to Liverpool.
How can a player at the age of 19 play like this? It's not just that you say like he has talent or potential. He's so developed for his age.
Mature, very, very mature.
Yeah, very mature, and it's such incredible I don't know. I just enjoy watching him playing football, and he reminded me of Zinedine Zidane actually.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player to watch, and he's got a very big future ahead of him as well. But what has he brought to the Bundesliga? From your point of view, that no young midfielders have done before?
The confidence. And the maturity. I mean, you have in comparison maybe, let's say, Youssoufa Moukoko.
Yes.
Youssoufa Moukoko is a very big talent, and he's only 1 year younger than Bellingham. But if you compare these two players to each other, it's not only about their capability of playing football, but also about their mentality. I have never heard something negative about Bellingham. Never. He's humbled. He has the right mindset. He has the right attitude. And you just see that this player is going to be one of the best of the world for the next years for sure. And with Moukoko, for instance, you just don't know where he's going.
You want him to be on the right track because he's got the best club possible. So when you're looking at Dortmund, they've developed so many young players over the years and they've become world stars. Royce, Lewandowski, Götze. You're talking about Haaland as well, Sancho, Bellingham, the next one. So
they're so good at it, really. And this is why, for instance, I think that Moukoko has to be like more thankful for the chance he's getting at Dortmund. I mean, now he said yes to Dortmund to extend his contract, but before there were like a lot of
complications.
Complications because of the salary and stuff. And Bellingham seems for me more straight. He just knows what he wants, what he's doing. He's humbled. He's like such a great player. He has developed in the last few months,
especially at the World Cup.
Yeah,
being a leader for his country, not just his club team.
He's taking also responsibility on the pitch, so it's a different level. Level.
One player I wanted to speak to you is Florian Wirtz. After having 9 months out with injury, he's just one of those players that I thought, he could be the big future of German football. Him and Musiala working together as well in that German side. What are you expecting from Florian Wirtz for the rest of the season, Valentina? I know he's had his long injury, but are you expecting him to take Bayern Leverkusen from 9th to around 4th or 5th?
Well, it depends how he's coming back. Well, he has the potential to do so, and he's definitely going to be one of the players that is going to be Germany's future star, and he's going to be one of the main protagonists for the next World Cups and European Championship for the German national team for sure.
Yeah.
And he did so well even before the injury, So
he was their main creator and getting them into the Champions League. Him, Diaby, Schick, fantastic trio they had up front.
And his cruciate ligament is not an easy injury. So there are some players that come back very well. And I think what was good with it is that he's still so young. So maybe if you have an injury like this at the age of 30, it's a total difference. But now I think it depends on how he's coming back, but he definitely has the potential to help Bayer Leverkusen. That's why Bayer Leverkusen didn't sell Moussa Diaby, because they need players like them to reach the international rankings in the Tabelle.
Definitely into the top 4 of the Bundesliga as well. And one last question as well on the Bundesliga. Which managers have impressed you the most this season, Valentina?
I'd say it's, of course, always Nagelsmann.
Yes.
Because Bayern Munich has had difficulties at the beginning of the season. Also because of Nagelsmann character, because he's also a very young coach. I think he's 34, 35 now. So one of the youngest ever. And he had to adapt to the mentality of Bayern Munich. And you see him now being a different kind of person and a different kind of coach in comparison to the first games. So also how he has developed has impressed me very well. Also in his presentation to media, also Oliver Glasner.
Okay.
Of course, third one would be Terzic.
Okay, and then Marco Rose at Leipzig. Are you happy with him? Not so happy with him?
Yeah, I think since Marco Rose has been in Leipzig, they have developed amazing. So he started when Leipzig was, I don't know, in the middle of the season. It was like the 6th or 7th game. Since then, Leipzig hadn't lost one game.
Yeah.
I mean, this speaks for himself. Marco Rose is a top coach, but Julian Nagelsmann is very young, and Edin Terzic is also very young. And what impressed me with Edin Terzic is he had been Dortmund's coach, and he did very well. But at that point, when Edin Terzic took Borussia Dortmund already had an agreement with Marco Rose.
Yeah.
So Edin Terzic, even though he did amazing, he had to go, Now he's back, and he's a really Dortmund guy. He grew up in the city, and he really has this BVB blood, as you say in Germany. And he just fits there very, very well.